a spread. Hasn't missed it so far. Now he's got to stay tight and think about skiing turns. Changes his focus as he gets towards the bottom jump. This is the jump. His patented move. Helicopter iron cross. And all he's got to do is get to the finish line, Ted. He's right there. A 25-1. That's it.
I was extremely lucky. I never think.
Oh my God.
He is so fun to watch. Of course, you'll
Yes,
never
I won again. It's like it's live every time.
Is that weird to watch it for you?
It is. It's become, you know, I love watching it. It's a great moment in my life. It barely feels like me anymore, right? But it's nice that it worked out.
That is so cool.
Are you skiing now? What do you do? You grew up in Squaw Valley.
Yeah.
So that was where you kind of got your start. In
Exactly.
skiing.
Exactly. Yeah. I
And-
started as a little guy there.
And it's kind of still your go-to place?
Oh yeah, I still love it there. Now I am actually their chief mountain host, which is the greatest job ever.
right,
Basically, I just go
nice.
around and tell people how awesome it is, which is an easy sell.
So
I
tell
grew
us
up
what's
skiing
so
there.
awesome about it.
Well, the place, what attracted myself and many people to Squaw Valley in the beginning is its topography. It just is this amazing valley. The geography is amazing, and then the runs, the terrain is fantastic. The way it kind of lays out, the playfulness of the runs is kind of what I originally loved about it. But now that I have kids and wife, and it's like you got to make everyone happy, right? If they're not happy, I'm not skiing a lot. So, first of all, my kids are in the programs there, the same programs I grew up in, and they've just added a lot of awesome amenities for families. I mean, you see some of the kids stuff there, the Snow Ventures activities, the intermediate runs are fantastic. They've added great restaurants. They got a yoga studio in the village.
You know how I do those slopes? Bunny slopes, straight to the lodge, a little hot toddy, maybe find my way to the hot tub, right? Isn't that the way
You're
to go?
a professional après skier,
That's
and we
right.
love those.
So what do you say to people like me who, honestly, the last time I was on a ski run, it was 20 years ago, probably 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So is it like riding a bike? I mean, because we're talking about doing a ski vacation maybe in the spring someplace.
That's
maybe
the best
Squaw
time
Valley.
to do it.
Really?
Yeah, spring skiing is the key because I'm convinced that that's how skiing got started. Not in the bitter cold, in the middle of winter. You go when the sun's out, and in Squaw we have amazing, spring skiing. It's always, it's warm, and people are out having beers, and that's what it's all about.
See?
And, you take it easy. You don't have to dress in a ton of clothes. And if you haven't done it in a while, just get out there and try it again, do a couple runs. You'll get back into it. It is like riding a bike. If you skied a little bit when you were younger, it's just like riding a bike. And it's better.
Bunny slopes.
Because imagine learning on an antiquated bike,
I know.
with a wheel that's this big in the front and that big in the small. Now, on a new bike. That's what the equipment has come so far in 20 years. It's ridiculous.
Let's talk a little bit about that, about the equipment and the attire, of course. Like you want to look cool. On
Still
the
cute.
It's still sexy. Luckily, the attire has gone back to the sexy sort of era of stretch pants and stuff like that. You gotta run that. And earmuffs. Put the earmuffs on.
Really, earmuffs?
Oh please, headband. Headbands are back. I don't know. You stick with the fashion, but I will tell you that the skis. I won't go into the technical analysis, but they've added shape and forgiveness in the tip, and you just think about it and they turn. It's not the 200-centimeter skis that you have to whip around.
Okay, so I'm not going to bust a hip.
You're not going to bust a hip
if I take it easy.
No, you're not. But I'm not liable for that.
What about people who say it's easier to snowboard? How do you feel about that?
That's fine. I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. I don't necessarily think it's easier to snowboard just
think
because.
it's harder.
I mean, think about it, right? Your feet are separate. You can step out if you need to, but either way is fine.
And cross your feet if you're going too fast, right?
Yeah, well, that is one of the things with skis is it's hard to keep them running straight, and at least snowboarding, you're kind of locked in there.
Gotcha.
They're both going to take you a little bit of time to learn, so you just got to be patient.
What are some of the most common mistakes that people make when they're hitting the slopes?
When they're hitting the slopes, like when they're learning or just in general? Well, with kids, I think it's very common to want them to, ski hard all day or something like that. If they ski a couple runs and go play on the ice castle, that's fine.
There's an ice
don't
castle?
Push them. Yeah, Squaw has this awesome Kidorama ice castle that they play around and slide. And that's, my kids will ski a couple runs and they'll get out there.
Nice.
It's smart to take a lesson if you can. I mean, that's like the #1 mistake I think people make is they go out skiing with somebody that's better than them. That person loses patience because they're so excited to ski, and they take them to a run that's above their skill level, and then they hate it. It's like if my buddies take me surfing in some spot that's gnarly and I'm like cursing myself out in the water. Just go on your own pace. If you're with people that are better, say, see you later. I'll see you in the lodge for après. I'm going to ski with the ski instructor on the nice runs.
Okay, real quick, can you do it pretty affordably? Like, I always think of ski vacations as being kind of expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's ways to do it. You know, right now you can, what's nice from here is you can get to Reno pretty quickly. It's a nonstop flight. There's a couple a day, so, you know, you can get there. And then there's ways. Like, for example, at Squaw, if you, depending on when you arrive, you can ski free that day. So, and then obviously advanced purchase on tickets helps a lot. You can just, you know, rent skis there. You don't need to buy skis. You don't need to check bags.
Cool.
You can really get all your stuff you need now in a carry-on.
See, plan your trip now.
That'll help you save money.
Well, thank you so much.
That spring
Find
trip.
out more about Johnny's favorite ski home in Squaw Valley by heading to thebroadcasttv.com. When we come back, as you plan out your winter shopping for your human family, don't forget about your pet family, too. Some great ideas for your four-legged friends up next.